Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao at sa buong mundo. Ang ating video ay magbigay tayo ng story. Ang story na ito ay galing sa Bible kung saan ito ay makapagbigay sa atin ng lesson, inspiration, lalo na sa mga bata. At kung hindi pa natin kilala yung mga karakter sa Bible, kung paano natin malalaman yung mga story, yung mga karakter na nilagay sa Bible, ano yung purpose, bakit ito binahagi sa atin pag binasa natin. So, ano yung makukuha natin sa mga karakter na gi-share sa Bible para ito ay makapagbigay sa atin ng inspiration sa buhay natin na sa mga nangyayari noon ay related din sa ating panahon ngayon. So, ang ating pamagat sa ating story, swallowed by a fish. So, example, kung tayo ay mananampalataya, ano yung ating hindi nakikita pero tayo ay naniniwala. So, wala namang ibang nagbigay sa atin ng pag-asa kundi yung ating Panginoon na kung saan nag-iwan siya ng Holy Spirit para mag-guide sa atin. Kung paniwalaan natin yung mga salita niya, kung paniwalaan natin siya kahit hindi natin siya nakikita, ang importante nalaman natin yung mga nasulat sa Bible na ito po ay galing sa Kanya. Ito po ay nagbibigay inspiration sa lahat ng bumabasa. Pag inaral natin yung Bible, nakipag-usap ang Diyos sa atin. Nasa atin yung pag-accept, nasa atin yung pagtanggap. Kasi mahirap po tanggapin ang isang senaryo kung di naman natin naintindihan at anong purpose, bakit i-share, di ba? So ngayon, ating i-share yung karakter na ang pangalan nito ay si Jonah at ito yung story niya. Swallowed by a fish. God was calling to his prophet, Jonah, who was fast asleep. God had a message for him. Jonah, wake up. At last, Jonah rubbed his eyes. He recognized God's voice talking to him. Here I am, Lord, he said. Jonah, I have a work for you to do. You know the big city of Nineveh up north. Everyone there is very bad. You must go to Nineveh and tell the people I will destroy their bad city. So si Jonah, inutusan siya na papuntahin ng ating Panginoon sa lugar ng Nineveh dahil ang lugar ng Nineveh ay naging masama na. Lahat ng tao doon, lahat ng uri ng kasamaan ay nandun na. So si Jonah ay tinawagan ng Panginoon para papuntahin, uutusan siya na papuntahin sa lugar ng Nineveh kasi alam naman ni Jonah yung lugar ng Nineveh. So tinutusan siya ng Panginoon para papuntahin doon. So, ginising siya ng Panginoon. Kinausap siya ng Panginoon. So, Nineveh was the biggest city in the world. So, ang Nineveh, pinakamalaking syudad sa buong mundo. Jonah did not want to go to the big, bad city. So, ayaw niya pupunta sa malaking syudad na masasama. Masasama yung mga tao dun. Masasama ng syudad na yun. The people were not the same kind as the people of Jonah. So, if he went to Nineveh, the people might laugh at him or even hurt him. So, yun po yung nasa isip ni Jonah. Kung pupunta siya sa lugar ng Nineveh, pagtatawanan lang siya, kundi kaya saktan siya. So, yun po yung kanyang naisip. Pagkatapos, Jonah felt sad. He forgot that when he was doing the work of God, God would take care of him. So, naisip niya yun, na pag nagawa siya sa gawin ng Panginoon, siya ay iingatan. Jonah decided he would not obey God. He would run away. So, napapansin po natin yung decision choice niya, no, nag-disobey siya. So, instead of going up to the city of Nineveh, Jonah went down to the sea coast to the town of Joppa. There he found a ship with a big sail, ready to go far across the sea. It would go in the opposite direction from Nineveh. It would go to Tarshish. So imagine, instead na papuntahin siya sa lugar ng Nineveh, doon siya napunta, doon siya bumaba sa lugar ng Joppa at nakakita siya na doon ng barko na ang direction papuntang Tarshish. So siya ay sumakay, namasahe siya, sumakay siya sa barko na papuntang Tarshish. So, nagbayad siya. bumaba siya sa lugar ng Jupa at nung sumakay siya sa barko, doon siya bumaba sa pinakailalim ng barko, doon siya natulog. So, Jonah paid for his trip. Then, he went down inside the ship. He found a place to lie down. So, nakikita siya doon. Doon siya natulog. He was very tired and he went to sleep. He went to sleep. The men who sailed the ship had many things to put on it. They would carry wheat and corn and oil and wood. At last, they went all ready to leave. The men put up the big cloth sails. The wind blew on the sails and the ship slowly left the harbor. So, noong unang panahon kasi, yung barko, yung parabang nakadipindi lang yung pagtakbo dun sa sail, no? Ngayon kasi may barko na, may makina na yung barko. So, ang nangyari sa kanila, but the ship had not gone very far when a big storm came up. So, nakita nila yung malaking alon na lumalaki, no? Nakabot yung kanilang ship. The sky grew dark with the clouds. The wind blew hard and the waves dashed hard. It seemed that the ship would break to pieces any minute and all the people would be drowned in the sea. So, sa sobrang lakas, posibleng malunod yung barko. So, the sailor were very much afraid. So, siyempre, sino hindi matatakot pag binagyo, no, nagkaroon ng malakas na alon, siyempre, matatakot. In order to keep the ship from sinking, the sailor threw many things. So, tinatapon nila yung lahat ng mga gamit na napabigat sa barko. The sailor threw many things into the water. They even threw part of the ship into the water, but still it seems the ship would sink. So, pareho pa rin kahit tinapon na yung mga gamit, kahit lahat ng nakita nila, tinapon na, ganun pa rin ang senaryo ng panahon. It was God who made this storm. God does not make all storm, but He wanted to show Jonah that no one can run away from God. So, itong storm na to, ito'y paalala kay Jonah na walang makakatakas sa Panginoon. So, for God is everywhere and He can do anything. The sailor on the ship did not know about the God who created the earth. So, yung captain, no? Kumbaga, hindi nila alam yung sailor doon sa barko, na hindi nila alam kung sinong gumawa sa langit at lupa. So, doon sila nagtaka, no? They worship idols and false god, but the sailors knew there was something different about this storm. So, mayroon silang naramdaman na kakaiba tungkol doon sa kanilang nakita na malakas na alon, bagyo, no? Para bang kakaiba. The sailor prayed to their gods, but of course, these gods could not hear them. Then, they could not stop the storm. So, nagpray sila sa mga idols nila kasi sila nagsamba sa sun, sa bato, kung ano mga idols na kanilang sinasamba, hindi sila narinig, hindi sila dininig ng kanilang prayer. Kasi nga, hindi naman yun yung totoong Diyos na tutulong sa kanila. Kasi wala naman yung tainga na makarinig. So, hindi nila yun naisip na yung mga idols na sinasamba nila ay hindi rin makakatulong sa kanila. Then, the captain went down inside. So, habang ang kapitan ng barko ay pumunta sa ilalim ng barko, may nakita siya. If the storm had made a lake in the ship, down in the bottom, the captain found Jonah still sleeping. So, may nakita siya na si Jonah natutulog doon sa pinakailalim ng barko. Wake up! Wake up! Sabi niya, gising ka na. Gising, gising. The captain said, Jonah, everyone is praying to his God. You must pray too. So, lahat na nalangin sa kanilang Panginoon, mag-pray ka din. When Jonah woke up and saw the storm, he knew that it was because God was unhappy. He was running away. So, alam ni Jonah, dahil sa kanyang pagtakas, hindi natutuwa yung Panginoon sa kanyang pag-disobey. The sailor all gathered around Jonah. Who are you? Sabi, sino ka? They asked, why are you traveling in this ship? Bakit ka? Bakit ka nag-travel sa barkong ito? Bakit sumakay ka sa barkong ito? Bakit nag-travel ka sa barkong ito? Kumbaga, nagtaka sila. Anong ginawa niya? Bakit siya sumakay sa barkong yun? Jonah told the sailor his name. I am a prophet. He said, my God is the one who made the heaven and the earth, the sea and the wind. Then Jonah told the captain and the sailor how God had sent him on a mission to Nineveh. So sinabi ni Jonah na may mission na pinagawa ang Diyos sa kanya, papuntahin siya sa lugar ng Nineveh. But they started on the trip to Tarshish instead. So kasi ang direksyon ng barko papunta ng Tarshish. So now the sailors knew why the storm had been so strong. So alam na ng sailor bakit ganun kalakas ang bagyo, no? Dahil nalaman niya na ganun pala ang nangyari. God was trying to stop his prophet from running away. What shall we do? So anong gagawin natin? The sailor asked Jonah, anong gagawin natin? The storm is all my fault. Sabi ni Jonah, ang bagyo ay lahat kasalanan ko dahil sa akin. Nagkakaroon ng ganitong uri ng bagyo. Jonah answered, I am the one to be punished. Throw me into the sea. But the sailor did not want to do. So sabi niya, itapon niyo ako sa dagat. Pero siyempre, sino naman gusto na may makalas na buhay dahil sa pagtapon sa dagat. So ang ginawa niya, they cried to row the ship to land, but they could not. The wind blew too strong and the waves were too high. So the sailor came to Jonah again. So pinuntahan ulit ng sailor si Jonah. Oh God, they prayed, please do not blame us for taking this man's life. So he is to blame for the storm, and it is better that he die than for all of us to die. Then the men threw Jonah into the stormy sea. So nakapag-isip ang sailor na itapon na si Jonah dahil maraming masawi na buhay dahil sa kanya. Kumbaga, nakapag-desisyon na ilagay siya sa dagat. Sinunod nila yung sinabi ni Jonah na itapon siya sa dagat. So then a very strange thing happened just as soon as Jonah fell into the water, the storm stopped. So nandun na si Jonah, diba, bumaba siya sa lugar ng Joppa. Tapos, nung sumakay siya sa barko, doon siya pumunta sa pinakailalim ng barko. So ngayon naman si Jonah, sa ating story, nasa ilalim na ng dagat. So the sailor knew then that God has sent the storm because Jonah was disobedient. So nakakilala ang sailor ngayon dahil sa pag-disobey kay Jonah. So malaki din ang naitulong ni Jonah dahil mayroon pa palang Panginoon na higit pa sa kanilang idols, no? So nawa ay mayroon tayong naisip doon, no? But what about poor Jonah? So, ano ang naisip nila tungkol kay Jonah? Kasi nandun sa ilalim ng dagat. Down into the dark water, he fell. Then, what a strange situation he was in, and it was all his own fault. God had called him up an important work. He had called Jonah up to preach in the Nineveh, but Jonah had gone down instead. First, they went down to the sea coast, then he went down into the bottom of the ship, and the tree now was going down into the waters of the sea. God had called him up, but he was going down. So, nasa ilalim na ng dagat si Jonah. But God has some more lesson for Jonah to learn. He had taught Jonah that one cannot run away from God. Now can wanted Jonah to learn that even when a man disobeys God and runs away, God loves him still and wants him to come back. So kahit gaano nag-disobey si Jonah, mahal pa rin siya ng Panginoon dahil wala namang ibang napili. Si Jonah lang naman yung pinili niya para magligtas para mabigyan ng awareness ang Nineveh. Before Jonah could try to swim, he felt himself being swallowed by a great big fish. So imagine, sino ba Panginoon na magpabaya sa kanyang anak, no? Anak ni si Jonah. Kahit nag-disobey, struggle yung barko because of him. Then, ang nangyari, tinapon na siya dun sa dagat dahil din sa kanyang pagkakamali. Then, the storm stopped. At nakita na may mga natulong din siya sa mga barko na mayroon pang masigit na Panginoon sa akala nilang sinasamba nila na hindi man lang nakarinig sa kanilang panalangin. Yung Diyos ni Jonah nakilala nila sa pamagitan ng bagyo, no? Hangin, alon, no? Malakas na alon. So,